Not going to be a whole lot left over. Again, especially if you have kids at the end of each month. So taxes is definitely something we should consider in all of these numbers. So thanks for bringing that up, Abe. All right, so let's keep going. Because again, I don't think there's anything fantastic in the benefits. So the full suite of benefit results are the following. Okay. So 36% are offered some sort of share, company shares or equity. Staff discounts, 33%. Extra holiday is 30%. Tuition reimbursement, 25%. I'm surprised that number isn't higher. It's usually higher, at least for the companies that I've worked at. And then there's a bunch of other items here. Anybody surprised by this? That 36% of the companies are offering some sort of shares or equity? I mean, personally, I think that's kind of a nice benefit, right? If there's some kind of like employee stock option purchase plan, that's pretty convenient, right? Maybe you guys have participated in these, or maybe you haven't. Maybe you're curious. I have participated in them, and generally speaking, they've worked out well for me. But I think that's a pretty good benefit. Hey, Tim, good to see you. Tim is our man in Michigan. Hope you're well, Tim. So, Tim, we're doing something a little bit different today. We're going through the Selby Jennings salary report for the financial industry, financial sciences, as they call it. So there's some results in here relating to quant trading, which is kind of tangential to data science. So I thought we'd kind of go through it and have some fun today and do a little bit of a different stream. So thanks for joining us, Tim. Abe says, yes, Amazon does in India. Not sure about how it's in the US. Okay, so they offer share ownership in India. Cool. Very good to know. I really think that, that's one of the things that's, I personally think it's a great benefit. I try to take advantage of that, because I try to save for my retirement. I don't want to work for the rest of my life, right? I try to put money away for retirement. So I think it's a great benefit, but that's just me. Patrick says, it makes me wonder what types of companies respondents work for. Do larger companies usually give shares? So Patrick, this particular report is specific to the financial services industry, and financial sciences is what they call it. Let me go back to the cover. So it's the Financial Sciences and Services Industry Compensation Survey. So in my experience, because I do have a financial services background, a lot of those companies offer some sort of share purchase program. Or maybe you work in private equity and you can buy fractional shares into the fund, or same thing for hedge funds. Some credit card companies, that are publicly traded might also offer shares, right? Or sometimes, your part of your bonus is paid in stock options. It just kind of depends on you and the plan you have overall with the company. But for these particular respondents, I think it is going to be more common than, say, like if you were to look at the survey for like the straight IT jobs, or even some of the straight data science jobs. You might not get option company participation for if you're just a data scientist, right? So I think that for this particular audience, this number is probably higher. It's skewed higher because it's kind of a common thing in financial services companies to let you have part of the company in some way. So Joseph says, for the stock plans, I have definitely seen this trend, mainly via REUs. Yeah, I think you're right, Joseph. That's definitely becoming more popular, especially among like the main companies and kind of tech companies in general. I've definitely heard of that too. Now, there's also the downside of it, right? Where you end up getting like these shares in startups as part of your compensation package, and at that point, the startup is just like a privately owned company, right? It's not publicly traded in any way. So are those worth anything? Maybe, maybe not. It's kind of a crapshoot on your part to accept those as part of your compensation because, by and large, a lot of them aren't going to be worth anything, right? So yeah, you're right about the trend, Joseph. And to me, I've been seeing those and I've been offered those types of shares, really since like the early 2000s. When startups kind of became more of a thing, right? But it can be risky to accept them depending on how mature or immature the company is. All right, so let's keep going here. So now it's talking about flexible working. Oh, so this is interesting, guys. Look at this one.